with Roberto Osuna on the self-inflicted shelf indefinitely because of domestic assault allegations, the Blue Jays have a problem. It's called the ninth inning. Haltingly, manager John Gibbons has turned to Ryan Tepera as the closer. Tepera is working hard to fit that role. In hindsight, he seems the ultimate afterthought in all of baseball. A group of writers and broadcast types was sitting in manager John Gibbons' office one late afternoon in the tiny visiting clubhouse at Wrigley Field last August, just shooting the pre-game breeze. It was a key three-game series versus the Cubs. The Jays had pulled within striking distance of .500 after a long climb back from early season despair to mid-season mediocrity. Ryan Tepera has pitched his way into the closer's job, something that didn't really seem to be in cards when he made his Blue Jays debut. Rick Madanick, Toronto Star, that day, Osuna had been sent back to the team hotel after reporting to the ballpark with stomach issues. Gibbons suggested that if the Jays had a lead in the ninth, that Tepera would be the closer. The manager was asked what sort of experience Tepera had in the role. Just as the question was asked, the man himself strolled by the open office door on his way out to the field. "Hey, Tep, you had saves before this year, right?" the manager asked. "Yeah, I had one in 2015, when you didn't know my name," Tepera responded, then headed for the field. The office erupted in laughter, but there was some real truth there. When Tepera made his Jays debut as a 27-year-old on May 10, 2015, he was seen as a hard-throwing innings eater in middle relief. He had 3 stints that year, and was only added to the postseason roster after an injury to Brett Cecil in Game 2 of the AL Division Series. In 2016, the Texas native had 7 separate promotions to the Jays from AAA Buffalo, where he had 18 saves for the Bisons. He was just inventory. Article continued below, but that all changed in 2017, his first full MLB season, when he earned a spot on the opening day roster and never looked back, making 73 appearances with a 7-1 record and a pair of saves. A key moment that earned Tepera a significant role on the bullpen depth chart came in Anaheim against the Angels on April 21, pitching 3 shutout extra innings and earning the win. The right-hander admits that game was a confidence boost and a career changer. "Obviously that is a big moment in my career." Tepera agreed following his save on Wednesday against Atlanta. "I'll probably never forget that one. Once I get there to the stadium, in Anaheim, I'll reminisce about it a little bit." The Jays have a bullpen loaded with successful former MLB closers, but now Tepera is the one. There's John Axford, who led the NL with 46 saves with the Brewers in 2011. There's Sung Win Oh, nicknamed Final Boss in Asian baseball for his closing expertise. There's Tyler Clippard, whose best season was 32 saves with the Nationals in 2012. But against all that experience, Gibbons has settled on Tepera, with his 94-97 mph fastball and higher ceiling. It has not been easy for Tepera, changing from the 8th to the 9th inning, as he demonstrated on Wednesday, entering with 1 out in the 9th in relief of J.A. But allowing both inherited runners to score while still earning the save, you don't want to put yourself in that situation, unfortunately, Tepera said of his high-wire act versus the Braves. "For whatever reason, I've been in those situations lately and been fortunate to get out of them. I wish I'd gotten out of it a little quicker. Hap deserved a little bit better numbers, but we got the win." No doubt there has been a personal and performance difference since moving to the 9th inning, and that is still a work in progress. In the 15 games since Tepera first pitched in the ninth in 2018, 4 days after Osuna was placed on administrative leave, he is 1-1 with 5 saves and a 2.50 ERA, allowing a .254 opponent's batting average and .654 ups. In the ninth inning of those 5 saves, Tepera has allowed 6 hits and 3 walks in 42 thirds innings. That is too many runners for any efficient closer. But the bottom line is, he is 5 for 5 in save opportunities over that stretch. Article continued. Bella Witt is a meaningful road trip the Jays have embarked upon for Tepera, in a personal sense, starting Thursday in Anaheim, where he admits he had his 2017 breakthrough. The Jays then traveled to Houston, his hometown, where one of his mentors from a year ago, right-hander Joe Smith, is pitching for the Astros. Tepera wants to be one of those bullpen leaders as he matures into his new role. "Joe's a great guy, a great bullpen guy," Tepera said of Smith. "I learned a lot from him. He's a little bit different pitcher, but just for the routine that he goes through. He's been around for a long time and does things the right way. Last season we became real close, as a bullpen group. Over time, over the season, I think that always happens naturally because you sit down there, just a group of 7 or 8 guys every game, so you get a lot closer. You're not necessarily in the dugout with the position players. You become close with each other and you just pass the baton, and that's what makes a good bullpen." However, the Jays' 2018 bullpen has not been one of the MLB's best. That will only happen if the rotation starts to go deeper in 2 games, as Hep did versus the Braves. In the meantime, the Jays have their closer in Tepera, who will continue to be trusted by his teammates whenever they hold a lead in the ninth. Richard Griffin is a sports columnist based in Toronto. Follow him on Twitter, @GriffinStar.